man. And today I will be reacting to Diddy denied bail. Cassie spinning the block on him. She's back. And will Diddy get time served? Or will he go up top to the big house and have to answer up in a prison setting? You know what I'm saying? Mikey B is reacting, you heard? Yeah, they denied Diddy's bail. The judge in Diddy's case denied the bail. You had a lot of people that the lawyer, yo, Bad, what up? You had the lawyer for Diddy that chimed in. I mean, excuse me, the lawyer for Cassie Ventura actually chimed in. And this is the actual letter that the lawyer sent, that was sent. This is the actual letter. This is what that looks like. And it reads, Dear Judge, his name is Subranian. We write as counsel for Cassandra Ventura, Miss Ventura, to respectfully request that the court deny Mr. Combs to be released pending his sentencing on his two convictions under 18 USC 2421, pursuant to the Bail Reform Act 18 USC 1343 A2. Detention is mandatory post-conviction on these charges, and Ms. Ventura believes that Mr. Combs is likely to pose a danger to the victims who testified in this case, including herself, as well as to the community. We thank the court for its time and attention for this matter. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. The judge listened. Um, the judge listened. So Cassie's lawyer has spoken out against Diddy getting a bail. Um, There's some other things. I think this is the bell that Diddy tried to get. This is actually the bell. This is the bell that Diddy tried to get. Read this for y'all real quick. The proposed release conditions. This is what Diddy's lawyer sent to the judge. The defense proposes the following bail package. A, $1 million bond. B, co-signed by Sean Combs, his mother, his sister, and the mother of his oldest daughter. C, Mr. Combs' travel will be restricted to the Southern District of Florida, Central District of California, and the Southern District of New York to attend court and meet with his counsel, as well as the Eastern District of New York or the District of New Jersey, only to the extent that his travel to and from New York involves an airport in those districts. Mr. Combs' passport surrendered to pretrial services, drug testing as ordered by pretrial services, all other standard conditions of pretrial supervision. Yo, salute. Peace to everybody pulling up, man. Hit the like button on the way, and you already know what it is, man. Yo, Bucks, what up? Salute. UNT up in here, man. Yeah, it's definitely a distraction. Tyson Garcia, what's going on? Tavon Miller, you done know. Rise up, King. Blessings. His Majesty. Yo, so we know the judge denied that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that the judge cited when he denied was pre-trial. That same judge is the one that denied Diddy bail. He's one of the judges. 3 judges had denied Diddy bail. This is one of the judges. And he's like, first of all, you didn't even refute the fact that you was violent to Cassie and you was violent to these victims. So why would I even let you go? Because you said you was violent. You know, when we bring this up in court and we bring this up last time that you were violent, you didn't even show us no, you said, oh, that was in the past. But you were violent to these women. So there is some validity to that. They also use the fact that Diddy was using other people's phones while he was in prison, maybe trying to tamper with witnesses, maybe trying to do other things. I don't know. I think if they caught him doing that, he would have been charged. I think he would have had more charges if he actually got caught trying to tamper with a witness. So I don't think he tried to do that. but they saying he was doing things in prison, um, and it was getting some information that he was trying to do things to these witnesses, to these women or to other witnesses that he was trying to like maybe intimidate them or get things done. I don't know. Um, so that the judge ruled that he that's one of the things that the judge was said. He also the judge also said that this is really standard when you blow trap and some of us see that Diddy's not getting a life sentence, but Diddy lost. Diddy is guilty. Yo, Abdul salute. Yo, City Bama salute. Diddy lost. The judge is like, hold up, man. You not getting like, Ray J and him is celebrating. Ray J said he been celebrating since 8 o'clock this morning. He's celebrating Diddy, but the judge is not seeing things that way. New York, Nikki, baby, you already know. Queens get the money. Appreciate you for popping out, for pulling up, and always helping and assisting. Appreciate you. They looking at Diddy like, wait a minute, you ain't win. You can't just go home. You still have to be sentenced. You still have to be sentenced, right? Like you can't just go get up out of here. You guilty. You guilty of this right here. Not guilty. Racketeering conspiracy. Not guilty. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Maximum sentence of life. 3, guilty. Transportation for purposes of prostitution. 4, ex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. 5, guilty. Transportation for purposes of prostitution. So they're like, hold on, you ain't win. You ain't lose to the top charges. You ain't lose to the top charges. But this is not a W. You know what I'm saying? The judge is like, hold on, you can't just walk out of here and go home. Yeah, they found him guilty of transportation. Transportation for purposes of prostitution. What is that? They got some charges out here for your tail, you heard? They got some charges out here for you. You know what I'm saying? they, that right there, like, what if he gave her a bus? What if she was going to do something and he just gave her a bus pass? She said, yo, I got to get on the bus. Yo, hold on, I got this bus pass right here. You want the bus pass? You could take this bus pass to Vegas. You could take this bus pass to Vegas. Will he still have these same charges if he put them on the bus? the Chinese bus? If he ain't flying them out? If he wasn't flying them out in a private jet, if he was putting them on a Chinese bus, if he put them on public transportation, would this still be the same charge? Yep. Abdul said, yep. It would be the same charge. You know what I'm saying? It would be the same charge. That's true. But that's why they always put these lesser charges, just in case they don't catch you on the big things. They got you on something. But Diddy is guilty. He didn't get the top charge, the racketeering and conspiracy charge. He didn't get that, but he's definitely guilty. 304. Jay says she a 304. But so that's how they looking at it. Judges like, and the judge is like, I ruled on your pretrial and not letting you go. Why would I change? Why would I go against my own ruling? The judge ruled to deny Diddy bail in the pretrial. He's like, why would I go against oppose my own ruling and now give you bail? You are now, before you were a detainee. It's official. Diddy is a convict. Diddy is a convict. You know how they say, yo, ex-cons? Diddy is a con. Diddy is a convict right now. He's convicted. You know what I mean? He got a felony, and now he's waiting sentencing. Let me tell you something. I rarely see people in these cases like this get bail. Maybe if you come down on a pill or something like that, but you don't get bail when you blow trial. Diddy blew trial. He didn't blow to the top charges, but Diddy blew trial. You don't go through those doors with your family when you blow trial. You go back into that cage. Get back here. Come this way. I never seen nobody blow trial and walk out unless they blew trial to a misdemeanor. I know a lot of guys that had very, very bad cases, and when they blew trial, when they blew trial, even if they beat the top charge like Diddy did, I seen a lot of guys beat, some real heavy cases. And when they lost to the top charge, when they beat the top charges and blew to a lesser offense, they didn't pass go. They didn't collect $200. They didn't go out there smash wifey. They didn't go home that night to smash wifey. They went to the cell and cried in the pillow. They went in that cell and cried in the pillow. Straight up. Tony Garcia is crazy. She got that 12 mil. It's not even enough. Your Harry wins. What up? Um, I see what you're saying, but I don't think Puff didn't beat the feds. Puff didn't beat the feds. Puff did not win. He lost. He lost to a lesser offense. He lost to a lesser offense, but Puff did not win. He did not beat them people. The Cowboys got Puff. You heard? He is not. Puff is going to be in that industry. They're going to welcome Puff back. Puff is going to that industry. He going back, Tavon Miller. They still playing his old songs. They ain't ban him like they did with R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all the rest of these dudes. They didn't ban him. His music is still out. His music is still lit. So this is something else that Puff's lawyer had to say as well. Y'all see that right there, man? Get in the Cash App section. You got dudes up here talking about getting the comment section. Get in the get in the Cash App section. Yo, appreciate you, Nikki. Yo, check it out. Where's that? Check this out. Look what the lawyer. Look what this lawyer Douglas H. Rigdor had to say. This entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023. Although the jury did not find Combs guilty of ex trafficking, Cassie, beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in nastiness. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie was left in Cassie has left an undeniable mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. We must repeat with no reservations that we believe and support our client who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussion. This case proves that change is long overdue, and we will continue to fight on her behalf, on behalf of survivors. Cassie is not letting Diddy slide. Cassie is on Diddy's body. She is not letting him slide. She definitely took the standard toll on herself. She definitely took the standard toll on herself. Yeah, he got a double dose on Nikki, baby. That's a fact. Yeah, right in front of his kids. That's a fact. That's a fact, Nikki. Right in front of his kids. Tyson, he might wait till all his trial and all this stuff is over and quietly divorce and sneak out with half of that. I think she got 12 million, 12 or 20 million. 6 million is good. 10, 6 million, 10 million, extra stage left. You know what I'm saying? Get low, get low, you heard? But yo, listen, Cassie, but don't get me wrong, let me tell you something. They scared. They scared of Puff. They know what Puff do in these streets, you heard? They know Puff is the real. They was on the inside. Nobody knows you better than your friends. Nobody knows the real you, what you really willing to do, more than the people you keep around you, more than your friends. I was going, yo, Wise Brim, yo, salute. I was going to talk about that next. How much time? But nobody knows you like your friends. They know what Puff's about. They know what Puff is capable of. They know what kind of timing he was on. They know what kind of time. They know Diddy is not playing. Diddy Wick, Diddy Wick will be out in a few years. So with this ruling that this judge made, keeping Diddy in prison, he shows you where his mental state is at. Diddy is going to jail. Diddy is not walking out of court. That's a fact, Wise Brim. Diddy is not. Diddy, after the way the judge spoke on sentencing, what Diddy got about a year in right now? When is his sentencing? They said October or November or something like that. October or November, he have, I don't know, what do you have, like a year and some change in? Let me tell you something. I think being that this is Diddy's first time felon, I don't think he's going to get to 10, but I think he might get a 5 piece. A 3, I'm thinking anywhere between 3 to a 5 piece. Diddy gonna sit down. They're gonna sit Diddy down for a little while. Diddy's gonna sit down. They're gonna sit Diddy down for a little while. You know what I mean? They got him. He's guilty. The courts is not in his favor. You see the judge like, I'm not denying giving you bail. You didn't win. You didn't win. You was guilty. You know what I mean? You're not guilty of the top charges, but you guilty. So Puff, personally, I think Puff will be sitting down for at least 3 to 5 years. At least 3 to 5 years. If the judge don't give him 8. Yo, Jack. When I was looking at this picture, I was thinking the same thing. You heard? I was thinking the same thing. You heard? Puff's name is coming up in that Tupac stuff, right? I think Puff is gonna get 3 to 5 years. He's not walking. Puff is not walking. Puff is definitely not walking. Right. Right, was. Right, was. Puff Puff is in a lot of trouble. You already know what up, what up. Smitty Rock, a lot going on TV in the building. I'm trying to add you, bro. You there? What up? What up?
So now Cassie want to scream. Now Cassie's scared for her life.
Wick is on his way home. She needs to be scared, you heard?
Freak offs and all that was like
Diddy Wick is about to be back on deck. She should be scared, you heard?
that whip on her again.
Diddy Wick, everybody talking nice. Ray J said he was celebrating from 8 o'clock. Ray J said he was Trump. Trump might pardon Diddy. What if Trump pardons Diddy?
That'd be crazy right there.
Trump, he know Diddy. He messed with Diddy. Diddy's his man on a low. On a low. Trump is watching this. He's like, tell Diddy he's good. I got him.
He, he's my guy.
Diddy's a good guy. Diddy's a good guy. He might.
About the dudes that really turned their back and was on no Diddy campaign like Meek Mills and all the dudes that rubbed shoulders with him and all that. You feel what I'm saying? How you feel when he come home? How he gonna react? Like, what do you think he gonna do? He gonna cut his ties?
Trump is going to overturn. If they give Diddy a lot of time, Trump is going to overturn that. They better give. They better give Diddy time serve or 2 to 3. Yo, listen, I forgot about Trump. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of tired today. I told y'all I was gonna pop back out. So I had to pop back out. You know what I'm saying? With the verdict, I told y'all, but I was tired. I ate. Wifey made some brown stew chicken and rice. I almost went out, you heard? I was on my way gone. I was on my way out, you heard? But what you think though? I think if they do, Trump is not playing. Trump is gonna get Diddy out.
Possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility he could get Diddy out. But do you really think he gonna get that? That time? You really think so? I don't. I think he coming home.
Judge might sentence him to some time. It might but look, it's all a play. The judge might sentence him knowing that Trump is gonna over. Let me tell you something. The DA, everybody might know what Trump is gonna do. They ain't gonna speak on it because they keep tight lips like that in that community. That's one thing about their community. They don't talk. You know what I mean? Whatever underhanded stuff they got going on, they don't talk. They don't tell nobody. You don't see no whistleblowers. The DAs don't be talking. The judges don't be talking. The lawyers, all of them drink coffee together. Your The defensive lawyer, the prosecutor, they all cool. Everybody's cool. You know what I mean? The lawyer come to you talking like he on your side. That's his mans. They all buddies. They went to school together. They went to school together. They went to law school together. They work together. They working these deals out. They be in them back offices, bro. They on different timing, bro. They keep it solid with each other. They got a real code of silence, bro. They got a real code of silence, bro. They don't talk. They don't talk, bro. So they might already know Trump is going to turn this whole shit over. I think it's a good chance. He let out Larry Hoover. He don't know Larry Hoover. He
He
look
getting
how
no
many
time.
rappers. Look how many rappers he let out of prison, bro. Trump is going to overturn that for Diddy, bro. And let me tell you something.
I'm going though, bro. I see time served.
You got to remember, Trump had some charges against women and lawsuits. He had a lot of that stuff going on with him too. He gonna be in the White House like they lying on Diddy. Diddy's coming home. They lied on me. They're lying on Diddy. Diddy's coming home. Watch. Watch. Watch Trump. Watch how this work. Trump gonna be like, they lied on me. They're lying on Diddy. Free Diddy. he,
Gonna go that
he
far.
might throw the fist.
I don't
He
think
might
it's
throw the black power fist up.
I don't
Free
think it's gonna
Diddy.
take Trump, bro. Get there, bro. I don't think it's gonna get there. I think he's gonna get time served. I don't think I don't think he gonna have to do no time. I think it's gonna be time served. Huh?
No. 1 to 3 years total. Hakeem Mean said 1 to 3 years total. Listen, y'all. It's 50 of y'all in here. Put a one in the chat if you think Diddy's gonna be free. Put a two in the chat if you think he's gonna be in the big house for a couple years. It could be a couple years. Put a one and throw one in the chat if you think they're gonna free Diddy, or two if you think he about to go behind that wall and do some hard time. R. Kelly having it bad. R. Kelly having a hard time in there right now. You heard? Diddy going to jail. That judge, he's convicted, bro. That judge, like, nah. You think it's a game? You think you won? You ain't win, sucker. The welcome home party gonna be crazy.
Crazy, just
they gonna
Eric.
have they gonna have the in the parties they be having like Chuck E. Cheese and all that. They gonna have the big baby old bottle doll dancing in there. It's gonna be a big baby old bottle doing a robot going back. Oh, it's gonna be a big baby old bottle. It's gonna be doing mad raunchy dances in there. You heard?
That or for Friday, the big black dude. Mad
Heard, right? And the first thing he do is just throw another big freak off. This is gonna be the freak off of the century. Diddy home.
that would be crazy.
Everybody, baby all on the house. Everybody. Baby all everywhere. Hey yo.
Yo, but I don't even think that some way somehow they gonna override that Cassie joint.
November, so he in there for the summer. It's over. He ain't get bail, so he in there for the summer. Nah, who went? Yo, bro, we been in there. When you ever see somebody blow trial and get bail, you don't get no. I never seen a person blow trial, and I seen a lot of dudes be homicides and blow to the gun.
Person that got that blue trial and they let him go home and for a day or get themselves together or shit like that. You never saw that?
I have seen no. Um, was that at sentencing or Oh, but no, that's different. Not when they blow trial. I seen that when people cop out. I see that when people cop out. I see people cop out and say, "Yo, my client would like a few days to get his affairs to get his affairs in order." I've seen people cop out and get a bail.
Not blow trial.
And then you come back and you try the sentence, and I've seen that. I have never ever seen anybody.
Nah, you right. You right. You absolutely right.
The judge is saying, "I already made a decision to deny you bail pretrial." He said, "Why would I oppose my own ruling?" Why? Give me some evidence. You got to give me something new on why you won't be doing nothing or why things have changed now as opposed to you ain't come up with nothing new. But running than when he was a detainee before, he wasn't guilty of nothing. Now you got 2 dimes sitting on your head. That transportation for prostitution got 10 years max. So you got 2 dimes sitting on your head. I know some people that know they got to go in and do some time. They be running. Like, nah, they got to catch me. I ain't going in.
Facts.
They took the summer time and Diddy, he's going to walk in October. Oh, they probably try to get more time out of him. Because usually after you blow trial in a regular case, since in 30 days, it's not really that long. Yeah, the case was frivolous, but they got him. They got a conviction though. They got a conviction. No matter how frivolous that case was, they got a conviction. Smitty, you frozen. Open your eyes. Smitty frozen. Let me get Smitty out of here. Smitty frozen with his eyes closed. Oh man. Yo, listen. Trump, Trump is definitely freeing Diddy. If he gets any kind of real time, if they don't let him go in October, I don't think they're gonna let him go. But Trump, Trump is gonna get Diddy up out of there. It's over. Trump is gonna get Diddy up out of there. I ain't gonna lie. Trump overturned the people that rushed the Capitol. He dismissed all their charges. All of them, rappers, gangsters. He don't know them. Puff, Trump knows Puff. Hold on, let me just try to pull up a picture of Puff and Trump. Let me just Google Puff and Trump images. Let me just Google images of Puff and Trump. I gotta be mad pictures. Images of Diddy and Trump. Is you cra- you think Trump ain't overturning Diddy? Look, co-pilot, images of Diddy and Trump. You think he knows the wife? He knows the wife. He knows the family. Look at this. He knows the daughter. Look at Diddy. Diddy is part of the family. Diddy is a Trump. Look at Diddy. Are you crazy? Hold on. Are you crazy? Look at Diddy. That's a white suit. That's when Diddy was young. That's when Diddy and Trump was young. Look at this. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. If y'all think if y'all think Trump if y'all think Trump is not overturning that, Look at Diddy Young. Kamora Lee. Seymour. Look. Look at this. Look at Diddy. Young Diddy. Young. Look. Y'all tripping if y'all think Trump is not overturning this. Y'all bugging. If y'all think Trump, look, look, a whole nother outfit, another dress. Look, another time. That's Trump, man. Y'all tripping. If y'all think Diddy, if y'all think Diddy is not, yo, yo, look. All you got to do is Google the images. He can pardon as many people as he want. He can pardon the whole country. Let everybody go. My name is Donald Trump, and I want to free all the people. Free the people. Free everybody. We're sending them back to their countries. Soon as they get out, they going home. He might free everybody. He might free everybody. Big U said he was gonna get a pardon from Trump. He might. He might know Trump too. Yeah, he know they was reaching though. Abdul, you right. That's a fact. Rich people can't do time. Diddy will sing. Diddy would have sung already. Diddy ain't singing. Yeah, man. But this was a good one. I wanted to pop out with y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all was tired, man. I almost ain't get back. But I told y'all I was gonna come back, so I had to pop back out. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I was gonna come back to see if Diddy was, if Diddy was denied bail. I was gonna come back. You know what I mean? But the Trump factor, I think it's a good chance Trump is gonna pardon Diddy. You heard? Trump is gonna pardon Diddy. I don't even know Trump is gonna pardon Diddy. You heard? But yo, man, listen. At some point tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, we will be roasting Smitty. You heard? He thought he got away with what he did this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Bucks was on his body a little bit, but at some point tomorrow, we definitely roasting Smitty. You heard? For his antics out there this weekend, last week, for his antics, we're gonna roast Smitty. You know what I mean? We gotta roast him a little bit. He's cool. Cooler heads prevail, so I appreciate that. That's good. Now we can have some fun. But we are definitely gonna roast Smitty at some point tomorrow. You know what I mean? That lawn chair, we're gonna roast Smitty at some point tomorrow. You heard? We ain't, bad Mikey ain't really get to go in because but we're gonna roast Smitty at some point tomorrow. You know what I mean? We gotta roast him for that. You know what I mean? We gotta roast him for that. It was a good Brooklyn trip family and all that. I respect that. But he gotta get roasted. You know what I'm saying? He said some things, you know what I mean? Grown Man Business TV is on his body already. Go check out Grown Man Business TV. He on his body already. Look. Go check out Grown Man Business TV. He's roasting. He already started in on Smitty, you heard? He already started in. You know what I'm saying? Bucks and them got with him a little something. You know what I'm saying? Trump is not too busy. Trump got this, you know what I'm saying? Yo, but salute to y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. I appreciate all y'all. You know what I mean? New York, Nikki, Abdul, Hakeem, all everybody that popped out. Smitty, you already know. Jack, Tyson, Garcia, Eric, just Eric. Yo, appreciate everybody that popped out. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna be lit tomorrow. At some point, we roasting Smitty. You know what I'm saying? Probably in the nighttime, probably around this time. around 8:39 probably. We roasting Smitty tomorrow night, so be around. It's gonna be funny. You heard? Corvus, yeah, we gonna roast Smitty. A lot going on TV. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother. You know what I mean? Go subscribe to the bro Smitty. But he getting roasted tomorrow. So be ready for that, you heard? Salute to y'all. You already know what it is, man. It's Mr. Hood Love, Mikey B. And this is Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. Salute.